Well, students, you're in Unit 14. You got to be pretty excited. It's the last unit of Algebra 1, and it's more statistics, but now it's equations that fit data. So let's show you how you can use Desmos. Again, if you have some TI-84s lying around your school and your teacher would prefer to use those, those do the same thing, but we're going to show you how to use Desmos for that. So we have some various XY combinations, and we want to see which of these lines would closest fit to these points if we plotted them. So notice something that Desmos will allow you to do. You click the plus mark, and then you're given the option of some things. We want to pick a table. Notice it says X1, so we can now put all the X's in, 5, 6, 9, 10, 14, and we can put the Y's that go with those, just like the table is that we were given. And there's our table. The one thing to also notice is, look, as you put those in the table, it plots the point. Now, those aren't going to be a perfect line, but what the calculator will do, what Desmos will do, is find the line that most closely approximates those values. So since it's a line, we're talking y equals mx plus b form. So what we're now going to do, notice, is calling the y's y1. So we're going to type in y1. Now, will it equal it perfectly? No. So we can't put in equals. We're going to use this symbol, which means approximately. And so that's what we're going to then next do. And then we want m x1, because remember, they're calling it x1. And then we'll put plus b. And guess what it does? It plots the graph that most closely goes through those data points. All those are about as close as you can get. And it gives you the equation. M is 0.8937 or 894. B is 0.535. So Y equals 8.94x plus 5.35. So there's the equation right there. So again, the M goes in front of the X, the B goes with the plus, and that all works there. By the way, it also gives you these. R is your correlation coefficient. Remember, the closer that is to 1 means perfect positive correlation. The closer that is to -1 means the line would be going down perfectly. And if it's close to 0, it means the points don't have any correlation at all. So all that is in there as well. And sometimes you might be given questions about the correlation coefficient, or R. So that's how you can put the data in and get it to plot you a graph. Now this equation supposes we already have an equation that the calculator gave us, and it just wants us to use it to predict how much money we'd make if we sold 325 pizzas. All that means is 4.009 times X. My X is 325 pizzas. And then don't forget to finish the equation. It says minus 77.531. So we made about $1,225 and some change. So the best answer there is going to be answer D, 1225. Now what's really nice, Desmos will also do quadratics and exponentials. So let's demonstrate a quadratic one for you real quick. Again, we're going to put in a table. We're going to put in our numbers, -4, -3, -2. You don't necessarily have to do all the X's first and then all the Y's. I just kind of do that. But as long as you get them all in there and they all match up, it's not going to matter. And just be careful. If you type in a number wrong, it's going to throw everything off. So just make sure everything gets typed in accurately so you'll get the proper response. And again, we want to sort of look here and we see these points that are here sort of plotted out there. And we want to find a quadratic or the parabola that most closely goes through those. So we notice the form here. Something x squared plus something x plus something. So let's go in and we'll say y. But remember, it's not going to be perfect. Approximately a x squared, I'm sorry, not x squared, x1 squared. So I need to put my ones back in here, y1 and x1 squared plus b x1 plus c. And now it gives me the equation. The number that goes in front of the x squared is a, 2.09. The number that goes in front of the b, or the way that is the b that goes in front of the x, is 0.33. And then the c, the number that's added off the back, is 0.306. There's our choice. And it also then gives you a graph of it to show you how close that parabola went to all the data points. So just remember, use that squiggle mark. Quadratics are ax squared plus bx plus c. Lines are y as equals mx plus b. And notice the exponentials. You're going to have a times b to the x power. Remember, don't just put x or y. Because it's in a data table of x and y sub 1. When you type in the x or the y and then the 1 after it, it'll just kick right in there and you'll be good to go. So that should get you through Unit 4. Have fun finishing that up and taking your final exam, and congratulations on finishing your class.